Alrighty boys, welcome back to another step-by-step video. Now today's video is going to be on smoke. Now the important thing that I wanted to talk about when it comes to playing smoke and in general when you're playing this operator is that you're going to be wanting to use the SMG-11 with the shotgun combo. Now primarily what you're going to be doing when you are playing this character is you're going to be going for sight setup, you're going to be making the rotates, you're going to be using your barbed wire in places where you don't want the enemy team to be pushing from, or in places where you're going to be able to play off of that barbed wire. So for example, in this clip, after I finish setting up sight to the degree to where I feel like it's okay, I'm going to go ahead and place my barbed wire over by the green stairs. I'm going to put another piece of my barbed wire over by the hunting hallway doorway. The reason why I put it there is because I don't want people to walk up on me in this hunting hallway, because I don't want to allow them to basically get like free like walk-ins for me and take free gunfights with me, if that makes sense. So that's why I put my barbed wire there in particular. Now something that I'm doing here, which I think is important to note, is that I'm doing like a very slight shallow roam where I am basically slightly away from sight, but I'm still basically on sight. And it's really important to be close to sight when you are playing smoke, because you want to be able to use the smoke grenades to slow down the enemy team's push. Now the important thing, the reason why I chose this position in particular is because a lot of people like to rappel up to that window off rip. However, since I play there, I'm basically preventing them from being able to play that window, because if they punch it, I'll be able to swing it, get myself a free kill. Now right here I got audio that Ace is going to be going for bottom green, and for context it's an Ace. He's going to end up trying to punch his barbed wire. All I do here is I just wait for a little bit of audio of him about to walk up to punch the barbed wire, then I swing aggressively to get myself a very easy kill. I'm going to go ahead and place one smoke grenade on the diffuser here. In this moment, I'm actually going to end up seeing Ash over by meeting here, and it's actually really important to note that Ash is meeting here, because what's going to end up happening here is my Goyle is going to die by the hunting hall like library side. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to rotate back towards the diffuser. I'm in a 1v3 position. Now, luckily, these type of positions, it's actually very easy to understand what the enemy team is going to try to go for in this type of position. I'm going to smoke off the green stairs here, because my expectation is that the Ash that was in meeting is going to drop the window here to look for a pincer, because in these type of positions, people always are going to look for some kind of pincer play. So I predicted him on going for that play, and I ended up getting myself a very easy kill. And then right here, we're going to be in a nice 1v2 position. I smoked off the enemy team, the last two players over on the green stairs here, and what ends up happening here is I'm going to get audited that both of them are on green stairs. I have to swing aggressively here to even out the man advantage in this position, otherwise they just swing aggressively on me and it's a refrag position. I lose all day long. So we go ahead and swing aggressively, kill one, and then we're going to whip out our shotgun. We don't reload the SMG-11, and we just wait for this guy to give a little bit of audio of him walking down the staircase. He has to push me because I have diffuser in hand, by the way, so that's why the shotgun is a very valid option in that position in particular, because he has to push me aggressively. And since I'm playing right on top of the diffuser, the shotgun is going to be my best bet, and because I'm going to be able to one-shot him off rip. Now, right here in this next clip, we're going to be over on Bank. I've been doing this play quite frequently. Now, this play is best with an ACOG. However, I do feel like it's very valid to do this with any operator. In my opinion, all you're doing is you're just waiting to look at this window. You're waiting for people to rappel up and punch the window or shoot through it. This guy ended up shooting through it. He actually hit me, but I was able to basically line up my shot and get myself a free little head chop to get myself an early free pick. And I wanted to show you guys that clip because I've been doing it a lot on Bank recently, and it's been working like pretty much like every game, because people love to come out of that spawn and go on the rappel right away and punch that window off rip to try to look for a free kill. But if you're pre-aiming it, it's pretty much a free kill for you almost every single time. I think the one exception to that would be if the enemy team decides to like rappel on the other windows instead and punch those windows, and you're just like out in the open. I think that would probably be the only time you would probably die. However, so far for me, nobody has actually done that, because when you think about it, why would somebody do that? You know what I mean? Because of the fact that if you go up to that window and you punch it, you're going to get a super deep angle for janitor doorway. But if you go to those other windows underneath the default camera for top square, you're not going to be able to get the deep angles, so it's very unlikely for you to get a free kill off rip. So that's my reasoning for it. That's not the reason why I don't think I've died to anything or to any weirdos that would punch the other windows, is because it's just not very likely. Now right here, we're going to start this clip with an Ash rushing into sight from reception side, I believe, and we go ahead and get ourselves a very early pick. Now unfortunately, in these type of positions, one of my teammates did unfortunately die to that rush because he wasn't aware of it going on. So in this type of position now, what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be mostly focusing on trying to prevent any more people from rushing the reception side. Now two of my teammates are going to be going and rotating over towards that reception side here. But so we're going to go ahead and look towards bottom yellow now. More specifically, instead of looking directly at yellow and just focusing all of my manpower on it, my main goal here is that I need to play in a position where I can react to yellow, because obviously we have Namira for sight. There's also castles in the hallway for reception. It's all very standard. Right here, one of my teammates is going to die to the bathroom window, which tells me one of the last two guys in this position is outside bathroom window. And for context, the other guy in this position is going to be bottom yellow. Since the Twitch is unable to actually make a play from bathroom window in this position, since we're very focused on it, what's going to end up happening is he rotates to the bottom yellow doorway. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and start popping some smokes over by the yellow doorway. This is going to basically lead to the Twitch having to shift her push. Now, for context, the other guy in this position is actually Buck. He's on the yellow staircase here. We're getting yellow pings from it from our teammates. He's going to end up trying to buck the soft wall here, so I'm going to end up swinging aggressively with the expectation that he's going to buck the wall and get myself a very easy kill. The Twitch from earlier that was on the yellow doorway decided to jump in bathroom since we just killed his teammate to try to look for a play. All we have to do is swing aggressively while he's focused on trying to swing my Goyo and get ourselves a very easy kill to secure the round right there. But the thing that I wanted to talk about more specifically when it comes to smoke is that whenever you smoke out somebody like that, where you essentially make it where their push is basically not playable for whatever the duration of how many smoke grenades you have, they're pretty much going to automatically shift their push. So like, for example, the Twitch wanted to go bottom yellow with his Buck, maybe Buck open the wall, maybe go for some kind of plant, whatever, right? But since we smoked off that position, he's now going to have to wait out all of the smokes, which is going to leave him in a time disadvantage type of position, which means that it's going to be a very easy round for us to be able to clutch up, since we do have the mirror on the board still, as well as the castles for the hallway. So him rotating over to the bathroom window is expected because we're shutting down his main play. Now right here, once again guys, on Canal here, we're going to be going for a shallow roam. Now I like to do this on Canal for the basement bomb site with smoke, and the reason why is because I always have the smokes to slow down whatever the enemy team wants to go for. And something that I like to go for personally is I like to sit on the top white staircase, because a lot of people like to use this spot as their main entry point. However, if they don't decide to use this as their main entry point, a lot of the times they're not gonna actually drone very aggressively for this position. Right here, I'm gonna go ahead and see a Twitch walk into my reception, and he's gonna actually go on a drone right next to my double door, and I'm gonna get myself a very easy kill onto him. And right here, I'm gonna go ahead and get Dokubi called. I put myself in a corner right there, and since I was getting Dokubi called, the Dokubi obviously is going to hold me to that corner, so all I have to do is predict where he's going to be standing while he is holding me in that position. I did get audio for him, and I go in and swing aggressively and just get another free little head top right there. Right here now, since we're in a 4v2 position, this goes back to my other video of when to play passive versus aggressive, where you want to play passive in this position, because we are in a man advantage position. There's no real reason for me to get aggressive and swing in this position if we want to win the round. Right here, the last guy is going to go ahead and try to go to my top white doorway. And right here, I probably didn't need to play aggressive right here. However, this was my first round putting on the red dot A again, like I used to way back in the day. And it actually led to me getting a very long range headshot onto this guy by playing it very aggressively. This is the whole reason why I decided to put on the red dot A in the first place, is because I wanted to be able to take those longer range gunfights with the SMG-11 more aggressively and be able to see more of the enemy player when I am taking gunfights with them, is the idea. Because with the Holo, for some reason for me, with the Holo A, when I use it, it feels a lot harder for me to see people on the mid-range, if that makes sense. So with the red dot A on the SMG-11, I don't know why, it just feels so much more better for taking those longer range gunfights. Now next up, we're going to be over on Coastline here. We're going to be on the hookah bomb site. Now I've been enjoying smoke on this bomb site in particular because of the fact that you have the shotgun to make all the rotates. You have barbed wire as well. The barbed wire is really important, especially for the 90 walk up, because I feel like a lot of people like to go for a play where they lurk down the 90 hallway and then try to swing aggressive for billiards or vase in these type of Coastline rounds. So what I like to do is I like to put barbed wire in a hallway. This will at least give our teammates and myself an opportunity to defend against that and know that the enemy team is going to be going for that. My other piece of barbed wire is going to go on cool vibes, and this is just to prevent people from walking up that staircase without me knowing. And so in this position, the main goal that I have with smoke is that I want to use my smoke grenades to deny an aqua plant. However, we do have the flexibility if we're playing on vase here, not aqua, excuse me, if we're playing on vase here in this position, that we also have the option of smoking off cool vibes or hookah doorway to prevent some kind of play from there. Now right here, I'm going to get audio of someone's bottom cool vibes. I'm going to swing aggressively. I'm going to end up killing myself. I believe that was a jackal, and get myself a very easy pick right there. And then what's going to end up happening here is, since I did just kill somebody for cool vibes, I'm now going to go ahead and rotate to inside of hookah here in this position. One of my teammates is going to go down over by aqua here, swinging aggressively for luggage. So I'm going to swing aggressively to look for a refrag as per usual, put us in a nice 2v1 position. And then right here, my zombie is going to unfortunately die to the Amaro in the hallway. I'm going to smoke the hallway. This is actually going to cause the Amaro in the hallway to just sprint past my smoke grenades, which I do feel like is a really good bait play to use when you are playing smoke, because a lot of people, if you toss a smoke grenade like on their position, they're either going to make one decision or two decisions, excuse me. They're going to either run out or run away, or they are going to run through your smoke and push you aggressively. Right there, that guy decided to push me aggressively, but I expected him to do that. That's why I topped up onto the pool table in that position and played my zombie barriers to get a very nice unexpected off angle and get myself a very easy kill to secure the round right there. Now, next up, we're going to be over on Canal here. We're going to be playing the red staircase. I like playing smoke in this position. You could technically play this with like mute or something, any operator that has a shotgun. However, I do feel like smoke is probably the best for like a solo queue setting because of the reason why you having the barbed wire, right? So what I like to do is I like to be a selfish smoke player, and I like to put barbed wire for my kill box. I actually saw a silver do this for kill box barbed wire, where he put the barbed wire on the outside doorway, and I always thought it was so stupid, but then I realized, like, if you wanted to make it where you could actually play off of that barbed wire, all you have to do is put it closer to your doorway, so that way they have to walk in and punch the barbed wire, which means you can swing them aggressively with your shotgun or SMG-11 to get yourself very easy kills. So that's why I put my barbed wire in the kill box in this position, is because I want them to walk in and punch the barbed wire, because obviously they're not going to be able to sprint through it. I'm going to be able to hear it and be able to swing regardless and get free kills on them. And then my other piece of barbed wire goes on bottom red. You could technically do bottom red and green doorway. However, I do feel like it's important to note that you don't want to allow people to just walk in the kill box to swing you aggressively at any time. So that's why I like putting barbed wire in the kill box. Now right here, the thermite tries to walk in for my kill box. I get a little bit of audio of this, so I'm going to swing aggressively with my shotgun to get a free kill on him. And then there's going to be another guy outside of the breach as well. All I did right there with my shotgun is I just pre-fired with the shotgun, where I just like did a little quick peek and then went ahead and swinged him aggressively to get myself an easy kill. And then right here, unfortunately, 3 of my teammates are going to die to 1 person over on Skybridge, which is unfortunate in this position, because now it puts us in this rough position where now it's a nice 2v1 position, and unfortunately my band's going to die to the Maverick. I could have swung the doorway to try to get like off timing and like put him in a rough position. However, he doesn't allow me to do that, and what's going to end up happening here is he's going to go ahead and actually try to swing me aggressively for the red staircase here after he goes ahead and kills the rest of my teammates. So what I need to do in this position is I need to force him into a rough position where he's going to want to plant. Now this round is a little bit long here, because all I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be sound baiting him to get off the diffuser, and I'm just going to be trying to force him into a position where he wants to swing me instead of planting, basically, is the idea. And since I do have the shotgun, if he's pushing me aggressively on any of these doorways, it's going to be free kills for me. He's going to go ahead and rotate to the other bomb site here. However, he's going to fake this and try to push down the hallway. I'm going to go ahead and swing aggressively for the shotgun here and get myself a very easy kill to secure the round onto him. But hope you guys enjoyed today's step-by-step video. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Peace!